Hey boys and girls, it's Luca here, playing as CoreySteel on PokerStars, and I'm a member of PokerStars Team Pro Online. So this is something different than usual. Today we are doing a mini-race Mafia Road to WCOOP 2015. So what we're going to do here is basically we're going to play a Saturday's weekly fixed limit hold'em tourney and also Saturday's daily fixed limit hold'em tourney, which is going to start in about 10 minutes or so. So yeah, basically what we're doing here is we're gonna try to prepare ourselves for the up and coming WCOOP series. There are gonna be two events, two fixed limit hold'em events in WCOOP series. So and let's hope we can actually prepare for those. The first one is actually on September 8th. It's WCOOP number 10. It's a $215 buy-in and 75k guaranteed prize pool. The second one is actually the championship, which is on September 25th, and it's $1,050 buy-in. So that's gonna be definitely gonna be excited. Also, I see here right now that the speed is actually slow, so that's always good. Obviously, the fixed limit hold'em tourneys in general seem kind of fast, to be honest. The slower structure would definitely be a bit easier to play, I think. So yeah, let's hope we don't get knocked out before the second tournament starts. So let's hope we can actually do something here. I mean, the blinds are pretty small right now. The stakes are 510, 550, 100. So and Rubak open raised and kept us again here. I don't have like the strongest hand again, but I mean, if he's gonna do this like all the time, we just need to, I mean, shove down from time to time. So basically, this is like the crappiest river ever. So I am not gonna call. Maybe I would call some rivers here. Obviously, an ace would be pretty good. A 4 would be also pretty good, but king is probably like the worst out of all. Yeah, not sure how many. I haven't played these tourneys before. Basically never played them before, so I have no idea how many entrants do we get usually here. So so far only 6 of us here. So I mean, the whole fixed limit tourneys are not like the biggest ones, and there's also like a pretty long late registration. So late registration goes for 2 hours here. I can't even imagine. I mean, I was playing the fixed limit hold'em tourneys before, just the micro minions here on the live stream too. So and I know that those late reg period is so long. I mean, like 2 hours here. In 2 hours, for example, let's say this is how this is like. This is like 8 levels, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 levels. Basically, you have like only like 5 big bets there left, like for a if you get like 5k starting stack, the stakes are going to be like 400, 800 there, so that's pretty weak. Not sure why someone would want to wait 2 hours for to register here on the limit hold'em tourneys. Maybe if they're like gambling or something, then it could work, I guess. So yeah. How we're gonna play this tourneys? Basically, we're gonna play it the same as we play our cash games tables. I'm not gonna complicate up things. I kind of like it that it's like 6 max right now. I know that obviously I'm just playing with 5 other players. When there's a tourney, it's not like the best thing in the world, but obviously I prefer the 6 max, or prefer the short-handed games than the 4-ring games. So but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna fill up. I think that guaranteed pool is gonna be it's 1,000 guaranteed prize pool, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit it. So no matter what. Like I said, we're gonna play it at the start. We're gonna play it like usual fixed limit hold'em cash games. And the deeper we go, obviously, probably is gonna be a bit different because people have a bit shorter stacks. Also, I could be a bit shorter in just in a few minutes here, to be honest. So and obviously the game changed at that point a bit, but so that's what we just will need to get used to it. So that's why I'm doing this series here. On Twitch, and also uploading this stuff on the YouTube as well. So basically, like I said, the first WCOOP tourney is on September 5th. So that means we have how many weeks until then? So the first week is today is the August 22nd. So and then the next one is August 29th. And the third week is actually September 5th. So we're gonna have 3 weeks of Road to WCOOP, the Mid-Race Mafia Road to WCOOP here. Then we're gonna play one WCOOP event, and then we're gonna have another Saturday of this weekly and daily tourneys, and of course the last one, the championship, is gonna be on in September 25th, if I recall correctly, yeah, from before the set. I'm gonna continue with here with C-bets. I don't really expect to win it here on the flop, especially because Bedard is also in the hand, and he cold called like my 3-bet here on the small blind, so kind of assume that he has kind of good hand here. I could actually peel here just for my outs here, for my overcards, but I might even fold this right here, and I'm gonna do that. I probably should have called this just to see the river. I think my king or 10 might be good there, but who knows? No idea what he cold calls with. I'm not really familiar with these players. Only Leo Lefison seems like the regular cash game guy. I don't know the other 5 guys, so not the best start, of course. We are down to 3600, but it's just a start. That's basically 14 big bets down, which is obviously nothing. We could get it back pretty quickly here. Another cold call, I think, yeah, from the small blind, and he donk bet. So I'm not gonna raise here just because I mean, I have a pretty good hand, so I definitely willing to go to the showdown here, but I'm not willing to raise. There's really nothing. I mean, there's really no use, no point of raising. If he has a jack here and he donk bets, that's fine. And he was donk betting the open-ended. He cold called with 3-4 suited, so he's not gonna be the strongest guy here on this field. So that's already good to know. He cold calls again right away from the big blind, from the button. So pretty good news for us. I can assume that the pool here, or the position is gonna be a bit better than obviously than on a cash game stables. I mean, you always on a cash game tables you can always do the some table selection, also some seat selection. Obviously you can't really do here, so what you get is what you get, really. So and I assume there's not gonna be like many like loose passives that are gonna play this. There were some loose passives like on Micro Millions, but this is like $82 buy-in here, which is quite a lot actually for some players. So I don't expect many like loose passive players or some really bad players, but we'll try to find some weak spots from these guys. So that was definitely one thing to remember from T2F here, that he donk bets with an open end. He just like bet 3 times. Then even when he actually hit a pair at the end. I think it would be better for him to just go for a check call maybe on the end if he. I mean, I'm not folding a better hand than his, and I'm pretty sure he's not thinking that he's value betting there. At least I don't think so. Let me just post my that I'm live here. I'm just gonna post it on Twitch, not Twitch, on Twitter, of course. Bedard, 3 bets again. Not sure was he. No, Rubak was the one who was open raising and caping us, of course. I might even just call here 3 times if he decides to bet 3 times. I mean, I could also raise, but I think it's fine that I played like I did. Not sure what I'd expect him to call there. This really called like a king queen with a king of hearts. I could see that, to be honest. Tens, he actually had a pretty good hand. He played fine, obviously. Bet here on the flop and then just check call. He actually had a backdoor flush also, so that was also pretty good for him, but fortunately for us, he didn't hit. Interesting flop, obviously with a gacha on 2 our cards. I'm not willing to fold just right here on the flop. I'm gonna call the turn here too and just see what the river brings. That's a pretty interesting river. I'm gonna call now that the board is double paired. I'm obviously splitting with all the ace highs, and he actually hit. Wow, he hit the nuts on the flop. So unfortunately for us, he actually had that like open-ended straight flush. So yeah, live on Twitch. So the daily tournament also started, so now I have to kind of position my 2 tables here for both of these tourneys. Unfortunately, my like I said, my placement is the stuff that or the software that actually lines up my tables here. It's not working here for a tournament, so I haven't had time to set it up before. So. But I guess I'll do it for the next live stream. I think it should be a bit nicer for if this actually works properly. Not sure. Never played like I said, never played tournaments really. At least, especially not on here on the stream. So I'm not sure what you guys are used to it to see with other guys. So I guess it's gonna be fine with playing like this. Can't really see my cards there, but it's gonna be fine. I'm definitely gonna call here with Queen Jack. So he actually 3-bets us before with Jack 10 suited, so that's also good to know that some players obviously do not. For example, I don't expect T2F here to 3-bet us with Jack 10 suited. He would like call for example. I'm pretty sure. So that's also good to know. No, I would hit my straight. But assume I am behind like something. Oh, he actually had Queen Jack too, so and he actually had trips on the flop. Pretty unlucky there for the Belgian guy. So this is like a final table already. The final table. Colors or whatever, which is pretty weird, considering that that we might like just get like 5 5 players who are gonna late reg here, and the tables will like split to the 2 tables from 1 to 2 tables, and there's not gonna be a final table anymore. We could actually end it up until before the actual late reg breeders finish, so that would be pretty funny. Five, 7, we're gonna fold. For now, obviously, it's still fine. I still have enough big of enough stack here, so it's not a really big problem. So, but I'm getting kind of short, so definitely to pay attention to that. So I'm gonna play it like usual for so far until I actually get like below like I don't know like 10 big bets or something like that. Gonna raise when someone is gonna limp here. Just trying to get him to do something. Just trying to for him to make a mistake here, whatever mistake that's gonna be. I'm not really picky here, so I hope that my ace here is good. I mean I'm not gonna value bet again. He could beat me like with a king 10 or something like that now, so I'm just gonna check behind with my ace, and I'm gonna be content with it. So he actually called me with a pair of 10s, so For example, like I said, there's really not like a loose passive player here on the table on left with our weekly tournament, but our daily participant might be a bit more passive. I mean, it's definitely a bit lower buy-in already, so that definitely makes a difference, I think. So we'll see how it goes. First hand was fine. Aradima here is also a brag, so I guess he also plays this tournament, so that's good to know. I mean, I looked it up like from the previous week who plays these tournaments, and I saw some regulars who play, but basically some of the guys are basically unknown to me. I never saw like Bedard, and here is Frigor Noir and Tituif. I might saw him before, not sure. Rubak, I think I did see him before, but I'm not sure if it was on fixed limit hold'em tables, to be honest. Gonna go for 3-bet here if Lilafisen decides to open up. He does not. And 4, not gonna defend. Ace-Jack is also playable. You know what? I might. Yeah, no, I have to 3-bet here. It's that will be a bit too weak. I know that he seems like a really kind of tight dude, really. So but Ace-Jack is still a pretty good hand. I mean, if I had like an Ace-10, I might consider folding there if he really is opening just like 3% of his hand. That is pretty low. Am I going for a protection here, or am I maybe even like behind here? Like I could be behind like Ace Queen or Ace King here. I wouldn't be totally surprised. But he might even fold from typing line. He might fold hands like this if he's not used to playing fixed limit hold'em. I could see people folding like Ace King or Ace Queen in a spots like this. I wouldn't be like totally shocked or totally surprised. So but I think I still have like pretty good hand there. The board was okay for me. I mean, obviously hitting a Jack would be, or an Ace would be better, but considering it was a pretty good board for us, I think. So at WCOOP, I played the Scoop event this year already. I'm not sure, did I actually stream that Scoop event? I can't recall. Not sure. Maybe I did. Can't recall. But it wasn't going great, to be honest. We weren't really lucky in that one. So let's hope that WCOOP is a bit more suitable for us, really. I actually did cash in the previous WCOOP event. I think I finished like, I don't know, maybe in top 10 or something. No, it wasn't top 10 because I didn't get to the final table actually. I did the same here. He limped, I raised, so I think I have pretty good fold equity on the flop, so that's why I'm raising when someone like Baka Betiar here decides to limp here. Or he didn't limp, he just completed the small blind, so his range is really wide, so I have no problem with raising, even with like 10-6 suited as you saw there. King 6, I would open up if everybody folds, but obviously if someone opens up like this, I'm gonna fold. Jack 4 suited, I wouldn't defend against middle position. My defend against the button raise, it's definitely against the small blind, but I'm not against 10-8. I guess he's gonna be our target here at the table. Yeah, I mean he's limping, and so that's always good to see someone limping at the tables. King Jack, yeah, I'm gonna 3-bet, even though, as I said before, I have to be kind of careful against him. He might have a really good hand here. He doesn't open raise a lot, so that's kind of good flop for me. If he's gonna raise or be aggressive on a board like this, I can basically fold pretty quickly. But if he doesn't have an ace, he's gonna stop with his with calls and stuff. So I'm basically bluffing here. I'm just hoping that he folds like a pair here, or I would be fine if he folds king queen with a king of hearts or whatever it was. So but nope, he actually had a top pair ace and he was just playing he just played it passively, so that's also good to note that he is kind of passive there. So he did not bet an open-ended before and did bet with that 3 at the end, but I'm pretty sure he thought that he was just bluffing there. So yeah, this time he limped here, so I feel a bit better about my hand. The flop is also pretty good for my hand. I kinda assume, or my plan here is to bet 3 times, especially now that I hit ace straight. I could see a 3-betting here with deuces sometimes against some players, but nah, I don't think against backup PTR that's don't think that's needed really. King 8 suited. I could see a raise there, open raise. Especially against him being on our blind here. So far he folded 100% of his blinds, that's the stat right here. Fold big blind and also fold small blind, he also folded small blind. 100% so far. I mean, we probably played only a few orbits here, so yeah, 3 orbits. He folded 3 times on small blind, 3 times on big blind. So yeah. Wow, he actually 3-bet me this time. That's scary. That is scary. I have pretty good like bet beating hand. So with 9-10 suited you can do some pretty good bet beats here. I mean, he did like bet 3 times before with that 3-4 hand. I mean, I know that he wasn't the aggressor that time. I was a pre-flop aggressor, so this time is a bit different when he did 3-bet pre-flop, but I have to call here with a pair of 10s. And he hit a king queen there, so that's nothing that I could do there. So I'm pretty sure he would play even like with the ace king the same way. Maybe I could see some like timing tells in this. He did bet like a bit faster here, right, in this hand than in that open-ended straight draw before. So not sure if that's an actual read on him. So we have to pay attention. Before he actually is playing from the mobile or from yeah, from the mobile. So. Dream Team Collection. Oh, right. There's also this challenge which I could enter here, but kind of forgot. I know there's also one challenge when you have to play 7 real money speed and goes to collect the prize. I mean, I could do maybe like a session just to clear this promo here. I could see me playing 7 real money speed and goes. Maybe I could do the beer and speed and go session again. I mean, my next live stream will be on Monday, which is gonna be the usual my fixed limit hold'em bankroll challenge, and the next one is gonna be on Wednesday. So maybe I could do it on Tuesday. But there's still probably lots of time. Yeah, 26 days, Paris in 26 days, so lots of time there to play in this to do this Dream Team Collection. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. No idea how it works. Play 7 real money spin and goes to win a random prize reward. I actually have to well, that's Cristiano Ronaldo's forehead, nice. I have to read the rules, how it goes for the play real money sit and go or multi-table tournament. So I mean, this one is gonna be a bit tougher to achieve, but yeah, because I'm not playing that many, not sit and goes, and also not tournaments really. So I will still be like 7 away, even if I registered before this tournament today, these 2 tournaments today, I will still be 7 behind. So yeah, this is just win real money cash game. So I should open up this one on when I'm doing my bankroll challenge. So yeah, okay, that's fine. Dream Team Collection, yeah, sounds like a fun promo. So people like to collect cards and stuff like this. So top raise, he was just like playing pretty slow there with an ace before when I did 3-bet him pre-flop, but I think I'm still good here. He saw me bluff before with king jack, so I'm kind of hoping that he thinks that I might do that again here. Unfortunately, he does fold, so he's not like that showdown bound, which is, I mean, yeah, I could see that. He's playing a pretty bit tight, so I guess he's also playing tight post flop. So I'm gonna go for a check raise here with pair of 9. Seems like a good thing to do. I'm gonna do it the same that I did like in that first hand that I had. Also some one pair. I had a pair there, so and it's also like a pretty good board to it's a drawing board, so I could have like a jack 10 or something like that here, or a flush draw, so he's gonna be a bit suspicious against me. He called me down with pair of 4, so that's basically what I was hoping it's gonna be here, so I'm happy about this hand, yeah. Don't bet by a buck, a bet here, wow, I'm gonna call and raise the turn, so we're gonna do our standard line here, standard cash game line. I think my king should be good here. Even though I did open raise from middle position, he did call on big blind, and he does bet 3-bet now. I'm definitely not folding, so if he hit a king jack, that's nothing I could do here, and he did hit a king jack, so that's basically the only hand that I probably lose to here. I don't think he would donk. I mean, he might donk bet a king 9 here on the flop right away to pair, but people don't usually donk bet to pair on the flop, so. Yeah, I could make a note that about his play here that he donk bets a top pair. So let's do it. Let's do it. I know it's not the cash game tables. Like 99% of my notes here are from cash game tables, but it's basically the same. Donk bet top pair king from big blind on the flop. It was a bit too good of a hand for me to fold there, so. I hope you guys don't mind it that I didn't fold. He's not that passive, so I'm not sure what I should note. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a yellow note, that is fine. Hey Boo Boo, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we're doing something different today than usual. We're doing a Min-Raise Mafia Road to WCOOP. So basically we're playing the weekly Fixed Limit Hold'em tourney and also daily Fixed Limit Hold'em tourney here today. Both of these are on, obviously it's Saturday today, so the weekly runs only on Saturday and daily runs every day, of course. It's daily tournament, so this one started at 8 p.m. Central European time, and this started 15 minutes later, so I have a bit I'm like 10% below of my starting stack here on both of these tables, so I'm doing okay so far, so not a big deal, so yeah. I know there's also some sit and goes, Fixed Limit Hold'em sit and goes, but I have no idea if they actually run. There's also like satellite to this weekly tournament, so it's also good to know. I mean, there are actually 33 out of 36 players for 1.5 turbo Fixed Limit Hold'em tourney. I could actually join that one just for fun. Yeah, let's do it. And I was actually the last one who registered, so yeah, just for fun, why not? I'm actually glad that it runs, so I didn't know that this tournament is even run there. So, are there any like lots of players being registered in some other sit and goes? No, it doesn't seem so. I mean, now that I actually am playing like weekly tournament, a daily tournament, also a sit and go here, I could actually join that promo before. I'm not sure if it works retroactively now that I am playing like 3 tourneys here. So you know what? Let's try it. Why not just try it? Let's see if it counts that we started playing that we started or joined this promo a bit later. So let's see how it goes. Start. 0 out of 7, 0 out of 9. I guess it doesn't work, unfortunately. Oh, in the cash game promo, you have to win with jacks, so that's pretty good. That's a good promo. I think jacks are why, because his number is 11 in Barcelona, so And jacks are kind of 11 right in fixed, or not fixed, in poker in general. So yeah, I guess this sit and go. We should have enabled this before. So yeah, kings kept pre-flop. Unfortunately, there's an ace on the board, which kind of kills my my hand here. I'm not willing to fold, especially not in this stage of the tournament when the stakes are only 120 here, so not 100, 10-20 are the stakes. So I'm just gonna call 3 times and just hope that he's out of line here with some weird hand. Nope, he just actually hit a 2 pair. And he actually hit Queen 10 and he kept pre-flop. So I guess King Lean is gonna be our aggressor here on the table, even though he's from China. I'm not used to Chinese aggressive players. So by the way, I actually won tournament, and actually probably that sit and go actually counted for our Dream Team card here. So we just need 8 more sit and goes here, which probably won't happen today, right? A7 suited, I think it's a pretty good hand to 3-bet here. Especially against him, he might be a bit too loose, I assume, as we saw before. If he raises, I'm just gonna call down. I'm not willing to fold a pair of 7s, probably ever, really. Well, we'll see. He folded right away. So, yeah, so now we're playing a weekly tournament on upper left. It's the $82 tourney, $82 buy-in. There's 1K guaranteed prize pool. The upper right is the $27 daily fixed in hold'em tourney, $750 prize pool, and bottom left is actually a sit and go, a $1.5 sit and go. And there's actually another tournament, if I recall correctly. Yeah, correctly. There's also a hyper turbo tournament, but that starts in like 39 minutes actually. Oh, that is fine. I actually could play 4 tournaments there. Wow. 3-bet by Rubak. I'm gonna call once, just to see if he is willing to continue with his bets on the turn. If he actually has an ace here or not. I'm gonna call once more, and I might even fold there, to be honest. That 7 is not the greatest card there, and he does bet 3 times, so I'm gonna give him some credit. I actually have no risk on this guy, so I maybe just made a really bad folder, who knows. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go and register for this tourney too. So like I said, it's 2.2 fixed limit hold'em, $100 guarantee tourney. It's hyper turbo. No, it's not hyper turbo. This one is not. Oh, almost all other are hyper turbo, but this one is not. That's interesting. I mean, it starts in like I said, in 38 minutes. I think we're gonna be alive in all these 3 tourneys in 38 minutes, so should be fine. I'm just gonna register right away. Maybe if people see a red spade in the tourney, maybe they will the more people will join. Basically, that's what I want to say here. So now this is gonna get pretty interesting here. Gonna get interesting playing 4 tournaments, but obviously I will still need there's still like half an hour until that the fourth one starts. Yeah. Hassan actually, too bad. I think I know Hassan. I have 0 notes on him, but I'm familiar with his nickname. 3-bet here by King Lean. I said before that he's gonna be our aggressor here. Fortunately, he didn't continue with his bet on the flop, and now I actually did hit a top pair. So obviously now I'm gonna bet. That king is kind of bad, but I'm gonna bet and call. If someone has an ace jack here, I can't really do much about it here, but obviously I need to bet with 2 pair here. Aces on the table on the right here. I'm just gonna bet. He did donk bet pre-flop, which is interesting, but obviously I'm just gonna bet here. That's kind of bad of a card. So, but I think I need to value bet here again. I'm gonna value bet here against Hassan again. And that 5 is pretty gross. I might go for a check call here, and he like insta bets here, which is kind of interesting. He did 3-bet pre-flop. He did raise pre-flop. He did raise a limper pre-flop. I mean, he did call. He might call with the overcards here. I'm gonna call it. I just want to know if he actually, and he was doing this with ace-4, so that was unlucky from my part. So nothing I could do really. He just hit that that river. So some people do not actually ISO raise with ace-4. I mean that's kind of standard. So now that I actually saw this before. He actually limped now twice. Maybe now that there are more players in, people are more comfortable playing a full ring than 6 max. So now all of a sudden he actually starts limping here. Maybe that could be good for us, yeah. But I'm pretty low now on chips. I have only like 20 big bets left here. And he wasn't happy about a hand. Isn't he happy about my hand, or maybe about Dimitri? I assume against Dimitri. Yeah. What we actually had there? He actually called me with king 10. He called me with king high. He called me with king high before. Wow. It was good. Ace 9, one ISO raise. Hoping that I clear the field here. Did clear our field a bit, but not as much as I was hoping to. Obviously gonna bet here. Jakar here, or whatever his nickname is, actually played all the hands here, so I'm gonna assume he's gonna be a loose passer, so I'm gonna just make a note on that. Am I gonna bet here again for protection? I mean, I kind of know that he's gonna call if he has some sort of draw here. Now I'm just gonna check behind here and just hoping that he doesn't have a jack, and he does have a jack, so he's fine. King 9 suited, yeah, queen 9, sorry, queen 9 should be fine to open up. Call, let's see what the flop brings. Flop is nothing for us, I'm just gonna fold. I have an exclamation point here, what does it mean? Nothing really, okay. 7-9 suited, that is fine, let's just fold. Not sure how people usually like the streamers usually play these tournaments, if they are stacking these tournaments, or if they're playing like I'm playing right now. I just made the tables a bit bigger so it's easier to see. I obviously use a bit smaller tables when I'm doing the cash game tables, but I will see how it goes. Oh, you probably can't really see this one. Did I put it a bit too low? Yeah, I maybe did put it up a bit too low, like this. It's not really a big problem, so yeah, I just have it like this. King 10 offsuit. I'm not gonna open up. I would open up king jack, so but I have to make a cut here, so I'm cut somewhere, and I'm making a cut at king 10, so not 8-5. I wanna limp 8-5 against 3 limpers here, so just wanna get just want an excuse that to play with these guys. Really. I assume, wow, I'm not sure if this sit and go is actually gonna go on a break. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, probably not, right? I was hoping for a break there. Sit and goes probably do not go on break, right? Well, you know that, so I haven't played many sit and goes in my life, so so you can't really blame me for not knowing. There's one like filling up pretty good. I mean, it's like 7 out of 36 right now, so I'm not gonna join another one. Open race with a7 suited, yeah, definitely. I did bet here. I kind of assumed that if someone has an ace, he's gonna bet. I mean, he might wait until the turn. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but I'm gonna call once more and just see what the turn, what the river brings. I'm gonna call and just see what. I'm just curious what he don't bets here. Was hoping to see a flush draw, and he did have a flush draw there, so yeah. I'm gonna. He might be a bit angry now, so I'm just gonna be betting now, 3-betting him. Didn't hit nothing here, unfortunately. The flop was kept, but a7 suited for us, really. Ooh, 2 pair, that is pretty good flop. He did follow up with his bet on the turn, but I'm gonna raise it right away, just because it seems like it's kind of dangerous board. So it's not like the. If it would be a bit more dry, I could. If the board would be like King 7 deuce or King 6 deuce, instead of that queen, I could see me just calling there and raising the turn. That's interesting. I mean, that 6 is pretty bad. If he has an ace, he has me beat here. But I kind of assume he does not, or I would see a donk bet from his part. I kind of assume that, and he actually had a king, so he did donk bet with a reasonable hand. So it's not like he donk bet with I don't know, Jack 10 or whatever. Jack 10 would be obviously the nuts there anyway. So. I was actually moved to another table, but I'm happy that I see T2F here, still here, on Feel Live, of course. Getting very low on chips here. Need to win a hand or two to make a bit of a comeback. Check raise on a board like this. Definitely gonna call. I think I can safely fold the king now, even though I'm not really expecting people to have a king here when they're check raising this flop. So this flop is pretty good to check raise with a flush draw and stuff like this, because it's kind of dangerous for like all the ace highs and stuff like this. But I think the fold there is fine. If I would have like a 6 clean outs, I definitely should be calling there, but that flush draw wasn't the best for us, I think. Jack 6 not gonna open up. Lots of passive plays here. Definitely gonna raise ace queen suited, one of the best hands. So it really feels the difference between all these three tournaments. So this sit and go, the 1.5 sit and go, is really definitely feels like the easiest one, like by far. Obviously we see just limps here. We see some like limping here also in the weekly one, but there's definitely more of that here on in the daily too, so more than in a weekly. So that ace is not that particularly good for me. If he's willing to bet here, I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna check call, and he has to know that I have a pair here, or I wouldn't check raise. So I kind of don't expect him to bet again on the turn. He actually was like kind of betting for me on the turn. So on the river, I was basically saying before. That's what I want to say before, that I don't expect a bet from him on the river, just because I was like going for check call line on the turn, and it does seem like a passive play, and it seems like, hey, I have something here, but it's not an ace. So unless he was like bluffing there, he was like representing an ace. Obviously, that bet would be a pretty bet on the river. But obviously, I mean, it could be like a next level play. He could be betting there with a bluff with a 9. But he had a bit too good of a hand to bluff there. Obviously, he can't be bluffing with a 9. He was checking behind for value, so obviously he had a pretty good showdownable hand. So call on this flop. Definitely gonna continue now. Now they have open-ended. And I'm probably not gonna bet again, unfortunately. Not sure what he actually has here. If he actually has a pair. Basically what I'm beating here is queen 9, but I'm obviously beating that even without betting on the river. But he actually hit a flush there, hit a pair, and just called me twice, which is obviously fine. A bit luckier here on in the daily tournament. We have quite a nice stack here. The blinds are almost the same, even though this started like 15 minutes later. I'm not sure if the blights are actually any faster here. Let's just see. Yeah, there are actually 12 minutes levels, and in the weekly one the levels are 50 minutes long. Three bet by Frigunwa. Not sure if I'm gonna go for a check raise here. I could see just me calling there, to be honest. You know what? I'm gonna fold. I have to fold something here against these guys too, so. He didn't bet 3 times. Which is fine. Five-7 not gonna defend, so I can check the fold option right away. 10-6 not gonna play. 3 and deuce also not play. He actually had the nuts. That was a good fold. He actually was all in his hand, so he was pretty short. I mean, obviously, this sit and go is going way faster than both these turns here. I think we started with 1500 chips. I up to 1900 now, and I only have like 19 big bets left. So I assume it's gonna go pretty fast here. Let's view the structure. 5-minute blinds, yeah, it's gone pretty fast. Well, that's a good flop. I guess I'm gonna go for a raise here, hoping that he doesn't have hoping that he has like an ace-10 or something like that here. But I don't really expect him to call me down with ace-10. Even a queen-jack like beats him now with that 9. And I assume he's gonna believe me when I'm gonna raise here on the turn, and he did fold. Yeah, I think this is definitely a bet here with kings, hoping that he shows me like ace-jack or whatever. He's not gonna be happy about this hand. Jack-6 actually. So maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he did have a top pair, so obviously he played fine. I mean, he played fine. He had a Jack-6. It's not like you obviously should fold on the flop, and he should fold pre-flop. So but saying that, he played fine on the turn. Did bet here. I need to get lucky here, and I did. So I can just continue with my bets here with my straight now. Also have a royal flush draw here, or a straight flush. Opening a straight flush draw, 1 to the royal flush. I went for a check call here. I was hoping that he would bluff, and he did, so I'm happy about this hand again. I guess we're actually second chips now. Can I see that here? Yeah, second out of 35. There was already a 1 elimination there, so that's interesting. There's some more souvenirs actually. I see some more fellow country, my fellow countrymen. So creeping back together to our like initial stack here, slowly but steadily. But and we're doing pretty great, and in the daily one, and obviously doing pretty good. And in this tourney too, so I could defend there, but he doesn't see. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna raise this one, for example, but I don't know, queen 3. I have to fold something. Yeah, I don't mind folding queen 3 there. I mean, I would probably defend against a good player, but yeah, I don't mind a fold there. Second pair, 2 pair now. I'm gonna go for a check raise. Hoping that he doesn't have obviously a flush here. Now I have full house, so I don't mind him having a flush now. Aces again here, so I'm having pretty good card distribution luck here or whatever. I think I had aces at least once before, and I had kings also. So yeah, Phil is our limper here. That's interesting. Pretty good flop for my hand here. Gonna 3-bet here, of course, with my checks. Queen 7 suited, gonna fold. Aces. Can't wait to bet here with aces, will it? He has a king here. I kinda assume he's gonna just call here. But I have to just obviously continue with my bets here. And bet on the river again. I guess he has like an ace queen or something like that he's thinking about calling, but he is not calling. So kind of assume he would call me like every like pair that like a pair of sixes or something like that, pair of sixes or higher. So I don't know. King 5, nothing there. So where's the next tournament that starts? Starts in how many minutes? Tournaments, favorites. Starts in 20 minutes. So it's 15 minutes past 9, that is fine. There's gonna be a break, I think, in these two tournaments, but not in sit and go, right? So that's how it works. King 5, I'm not gonna defend. Don't make any more noise than this so far. I see Phil Ivey here is limping pre-flop, so obviously that's a pretty good news. Also having him on the table is also pretty good. So this is actually a pretty good table to have. If I had to guess, I think the other table is definitely not as good as this one. So we're on a break in these tournaments, but yeah, not easy to go. Didn't expect to see that, to be honest. But it's fine. This sit and go is gonna go pretty quick. I'm pretty sure we're gonna either win or be out of this tourney before the weekly and daily tourney. So yeah. There are four eliminations already in this one. Not sure about these two. Obviously no elimination here, no elimination here too. Oh, here's one player eliminated from the daily one. Interesting. Check 4. I'm kind of glad there's not many tournaments, like fixed limit hold'em tournaments, just only like 3 or 4 big ones in a year. I can imagine how you guys can play tourneys. It feels kind of I don't know, they're not for me. Catch games are more suitable for my style, my lifestyle, basically to say. I'd rather see like playing for like 2 hours and then just doing something else for an hour or so, and then coming back if I need to. So yeah, for another session, of course. That's what I meant. Don't mind me, guys, just browsing a little bit on Twitch. Let's see who is streaming right now. Oh, there's also